Hi guys, it's Jamie from The Noble Artist here. I'm back just to talk to you about creators this time. So people who are trying to commission work from creatives, so digital artists like me or other kind of creative industry people. And it's because I received a message this morning asking for free work. I mean, it used to happen to me a lot more when I had less of a lesser body of work. When people thought they could kind of maybe take advantage of a newer illustrator, and I have less of them now. But it still surprises me, the audacity, when people come and just ask for free work. I appreciate that someone's going to say that there's no harm in asking. But in this particular instance, there is no incentive. There is nothing there. I mean, sort of like, I'm not talking about you'll get exposure through our social media and stuff, because that's nonsense and that's not payment at all. If creators are looking for partners to get on board with a startup early or what have you, there needs to be some sort of incentive or a business plan put in front of them, and some kind of like actual, full-on conversation. It doesn't matter if you think that they're kind of like, oh well, I'll only start with a short message because they'll probably say no, so it's like less time wasted for me. But that's the investment that you're making. You're making an investment of time to try and describe why that person should get involved with your project for free to start off with. I no longer work for the promise of payment. I take a sort of minimum, usually 50% up front for any work that I do, and the final 50% on completion, not on completion of the project, or completion of the work that I provide. Creators, you need to realise what you're asking when you're asking a digital artist to put work out for free for you, because especially when you are coming from a place that has no products existing and has no experience in the industry, you're asking someone to hedge their bets on you as an individual. I mean, and in this case, with no backstory or any sort of kind of foundation to kind of lean on, and you're asking them to put the rest of their projects on hold, their paid projects, so to pay for their rent and their food and their bills. Like, you wouldn't ask a builder to build you a house and see if you like it, and kind of like, hopefully next time when you decide to move house you'll be able to pay them that time. You're going to get a negative reputation because people will wise up to it, and it only takes one person to post about you asking for free work to shut an entire industry down on you, because it's close knit and people will talk, and in those sort of forums and groups, those opportunities for you will get fewer and fewer and fewer. So you need to think about it. You need to think what you're asking from people. I understand volunteer work. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be charitable with things, but I think that needs to be your choice. I think if you see a project and someone sort of maybe points out that their project is struggling or this and the other and stuff, then that's you as an individual, as an artist, to say, I want to step in, I want to help this person, help this project. I can see within the group on Facebook where I track this guy down, I can see that it was happening to other people as well, and it's just a numbers game. And it's just, what can I get for free? What can you do for me? There's nothing in return. That's the first time I've ever been contacted by this person. So if it was a case of someone I've been working with for a long time, or talking to for a long time, we've been talking and about industry stuff and this and the other, and listen, I've got this project, and you can sort of like, I think it's going to be a really good one, and kind of like, do you think you can kind of sort of maybe provide some concept art to start off with to get it going and stuff? That might be a completely different story, because I'm already invested personally, emotionally with this person. Just improve on those relationships and stuff, because it can be a great relationship. I love working with my clients. Like, one of my major things is if I can nail a rapport with a client and can really build it, then my work just that kind of shines. It's sort of like you get onto a really good wavelength with them and stuff. You want to put in extra hours and you want to do kind of extra bits and pieces and stuff. But this guy is going to start off on the wrong foot with a lot of people. Like, there's nowhere you can go when you ask for things for free. You want to change, if it doesn't line up with what you want, this and the other and stuff, you won't be able to ask for any changes. The elephant in the room is that message, because it's not thought out. He's asking for work for free, he's got no funds, there's no means, there's nothing behind it. It suggests to me that the whole project's going to be a failure. Within 6 months, he's going to forget and he'll be moving on to something else. Kind of like, he's not interested, because he won't have the traction that he wants. And he won't put in the work to market that project, to then get the funds, to then pay anybody again. So you're already losing. I'm not saying don't work for free, I'm just saying just be really careful about working for clients that have that kind of mentality and don't show you anything. And as a creator, you need to understand what you're asking from people.